Hi Arne, hi Cecilia. Thank you very much to come here to Girona to explain your experience around PowerUs.
Good to be here.
Thank you. You are from the social work school in the University of Lund, and you are the leaders of the net PowerUs. Could you explain us a little bit what's PowerUs and how are you organized?
Well, PowerUs started 2011 by service users, teachers and researchers from 3 countries, Norway, UK and Sweden. And today there are participants from 14 countries, including Catalonia, which we are very happy about. Mm-hmm. And it's just a network, an informal network. We meet and exchange our ideas and our experiences of having service user participation in social work, education and research.
Mm-hmm. And why do you think it's important to introduce the voice of the service users at the training at the university?
Well, there are different reasons why. One reason is, you could say, actually a question about rights of people, human rights, that all groups in the society should have an impact on the development of welfare things and like that. And actually in Sweden there are some service users group which not are so included in when you're planning service, social services and things like that. So that's one reason. Another reason is that there's a lot of research that shows that social work and treatment of different way works better, have much better results if you do it in cooperation with service users, that if you're working together. So there are many different reasons why service users involvement is important in social work and social work education.
We developed the concept of gap mending because we think there are gaps between social workers and service users, but also between practitioners and researchers, and the education and service users. So we're mending the gaps with these collaborative practices. And that's what these shirts are illustrating. We don't do like what they do in the UK, minding the gap at the railway, but we try to mend the gap, which means that we try to reflect upon what it is in our practices that causes the gaps. It could be language problems, that we develop very difficult words that the service users don't understand, so we isolate them from their own, understanding their own problems. But it could be organizational structures that makes a good meeting less possible. And it could be that we don't give them a chance to participate in the solutions of their problems.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And could you briefly explain your experience in Lund University with this project?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we started the course, what we call the mobilization course, which is a course where social work students are studied together with people from different service users organizations. And we started that course 2005, the autumn 2005. And since that we have had 23 courses, and altogether 700 students had done the course. And of these 700, about 500 are social work students and 250 are students from different service users organizations. So there are quite many who have done this course, and actually it have get quite a lot of impact on both the social work education but also social work in our region in south of Sweden, I think.
Mm-hmm. And what's the perception of the social workers students around this mobilization course?
well, they think it's very developing for them personally, because social work students as well as the service user students feel empowered, and they can work in a very creative way. You know, often the education becomes quite theoretical, but here they're asked to work with what they think is important, and they can bring in their own personal history as a resource to use the experiential knowledge, and then they develop projects together. So it's based on a vision that service users and social workers can change society together. And they get so engaged in these projects that they develop that they really try to make them happen. So it's a more creative way to work than they're used to, and they have a little bit more freedom, but they also get to know people that they wouldn't have gotten to know in that way otherwise outside the course.
Mm-hmm. And what about the service users who participate in these courses?
Yeah. And also for the service user students, it's most of them, they are very pleased with the course because they have learned a lot, but they have also, developed personally in a way that they see that they can work and contribute in a place or situation where they are not have possibility to contribute in before. So for them they're also, and actually for many of the service user students, they mean that the course have been important for them to, after the course, to study further or trying to get a job and things like that.
Mm-hmm. So that impacts on the society and their own lives, but also the society. And also the organization, the service organization, there's a changing...
Yeah, I mean, many service user organizations use the course as a platform for the members to take a step further. And some of the projects are later realized within the service user organizations. So it's you could see the course as a mutual learning platform for different organizations, for social work education, for practitioners in social work, but also for the service user organizations. This becomes like a melting pot where they can achieve things together.
Mm-hmm. And all the experiences of PowerUs are the same, or you can do 30 different formulas in each country?
Wide range of methods. We all reflect upon what meant or causes gaps in our practice, but some people work with role play, other people work with living libraries. We have people working more doing joint events with service user organizations, and then there are people who have joint courses like we do, but not all focus on the same thing as we do. So there are many examples of models that can mend the gap between service users and practitioners and educators.
But we have also used the gap mending approach in our research with developing social housing projects in a municipality in south of Sweden, in Helsingborg. So we have been working together, researchers, service users and social workers, to develop the different services for homeless people, and most for making the involvement of the service users bigger and more important in these services.
Mm-hmm. So it's a global approach.
Yeah, and we're learning from each other.
Yeah.
We were in Edinburgh 1.5 months ago and met with 8 schools of social work and took part. They learned from us, and we got some ideas we could bring home. So of course you should learn from each other and take inspiration.
And what does the people do if they want to join PowerUs?
They can contact us. It's an informal network. You have to work in some kind of partnership with service users in the education or research. But if you do that, you're welcome to join the network, and we'll add you to it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. It's been great seeing Girona.
Thank you.
Thank you to you to be here and inspiring us.
And welcome to PowerUs.
Okay. Thank you very much.